What's up, guys? Good to see you. This is a new segment of Dirt Fish in America that I like to call Talkin' Dirty with Dr.Tones. It's where I review some metal detecting and other treasure hunting gear, and today we're going to start with the top 10 reasons why the MineLab Equinox is dominating in 2018. But first, last week I had a competition on Facebook live feed. I chose a winner. Stay tuned to the end of this episode to see who won this cool Dr. Tones 24K hat. That is me, by the way. I'm Dr. Tones, aka Brandon Ray Neese. It's good to have you here. If you haven't done so already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Let's jump into those top 10 reasons. I've got some notes over here. I hope you don't mind. The top 10 reasons. Number 10, usability. The menu system on the Equinox is laid out super sleek and simple. It uses symbols instead of little tiny words that no one can read. Even my uncle Bocephus, who is illiterate, can operate this machine. It's just all picture driven, which is amazing, and it's very intuitive the way that the menus are laid out. They have some depth to them. On the 800 you can kind of tailor things a little bit better, but for the most part it's just a simple turn on and go machine if you want it to be, and I love that about it. Moving on, number 9, the Bluetooth technology. No other machine on the market currently offers you as many options to connect to this machine wirelessly, or using a cord if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could. The 800 model comes with a pair of these awesome Bluetooth wireless headphones, and I have to say that these are the nicest pair of MineLab headphones that they've come out with, stock headphones. They sound great, and they're very lightweight and comfortable. They don't make your ears all sweaty. So 800 comes with these. You can use those. They work great. If you already have a favorite pair of headphones and you purchase the 800 also comes with the WM8. I think that stands for wireless module. Yeah. Comes with this little guy. This is actually faster than Bluetooth, so lower latency, higher speed, better transmission, all that. And you can plug your favorite pair of headphones in right there. So if you've got a pair of like Grey Ghosts or Nugget Shooters or whatever you've got that you love, you can plug them in right here and still have the benefit of wireless technology. I, on the other hand, have an aftermarket pair of Bluetooth earbuds, my Apple AirPods, that I love, because when it's hot out, I just pop one or both of these in and it's amazing. These, by the way, I just learned this today, these actually can operate on 2 channels at the same time. You can hook your phone into these and accept phone calls while you're detecting. So if you are missing your girlfriend and she's wanting to give you a ring, she's like, honey, come home, you can either answer it or not. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. All right, number 8. Keep this one kind of short. I like the way that this machine comes apart. I like it because when I travel, I don't like the fact that the CTX was so long and it's 2 very large components that I had to buy a bigger suitcase for, and I still have to lay it like diagonally and top to bottom, corner to corner to get that sucker to fit in there, and it drove me absolutely nuts. I love that this Equinox breaks down into 3 parts that are smaller, shorter, and easier to travel with because of that. Let's see, what else we got here? What number was I on? Number 6. Okay. I like the fact that if you want, you only have to choose to charge 1 battery. And that is kind of different than some of the competitors. I'm looking at the Deus right now, I'll be honest with you. I don't like the fact that you have to charge the coil on the Deus. I didn't like that. I didn't like having to always have that component to charge. Keep it simple, charge 1 battery if you want. Yes, you have to charge this, and yes, you have to charge this, but you don't have to use those either. If you want, you can just charge that 1 battery on the machine, turn it on, rocking and rolling. Cool, love it. Number 5, if that battery starts running out in the field, which should give you 10 to 12 hours of normal use, if it starts to fail in the field, you can hook it up to a portable power bank or a power brick, whatever you want to call it. You pop your USB cord in and hook it into your machine, turn the power brick on, and you're charging and detecting simultaneously if you want. You shove the power brick in your pocket, off you go. Or you can just charge it and have lunch, eat a sandwich if you want. That's what I do. I love that. I love that you can charge it on the go while you're moving. Can't do it underwater because of the connectivity thing. It's like a magnetic little, I don't know what they call it. It's a magnetic connection. Speaking of batteries, number 4. I like the fact that the battery is internal. It is in the handle. On the CTX, for example, it's a removable battery, and you have a submersible machine with a removable component that essentially, if you have a gasket failure, which was a problem, I've never had it happen, but I know it's a well-documented problem. Minelab came out and made new gaskets for it. It was such a big problem. So the fact that there is no components that you remove from this detector that allows water to get in or dirt to get in is really awesome to me, because in the back of my mind, whenever I take a machine underwater, I'm like, I hope I plugged it up right, or I hope that gasket is holding. I don't want to have to be worrying about that while I'm trying to have fun finding cool stuff metal detecting. Number 3, it's extremely lightweight. That is like, hallelujah, we have a multi-frequency. More on that later. Hallelujah, we have a multi-frequency machine that is lightweight. It's a little bit heavier than the Deus. I think the Equinox 800 comes in right under 3 pounds, somewhere like 2.5, 3 pounds. It's featherweight, it's well balanced, it's not nose heavy. They took a lot of time designing the balance and the ergonomics of the machine. So we have a fully capable multi-purpose, multi-frequency detector in a lightweight package. That is great. Number 2. It's by far the most versatile machine that I've ever owned. And usually when you think of buying a multi-purpose machine, you think, oh, it's a jack of all trades, but master of none. You think that somewhere in there you're losing performance because you wanted these other features. But you have parks, you have fields, you have beaches, and you have prospecting. On the 800, you have prospecting. 600 doesn't come with prospecting. So you have a lot of versatility built into this. The parks is for like kind of coin hunting and larger jewelry. Fields is obviously geared towards more European style, like field hunting. Beaches, self-explanatory, and prospecting, obviously. But the cherry on top with the prospecting is it doesn't feel like an afterthought. A lot of machines that claim to have a prospecting mode built into them, it really feels like an afterthought, and you definitely feel like, oh, this is just something that they threw in to put on the box to make me buy it and feel like maybe I could find a gold nugget with it. But on the Equinox 800, it actually feels like a whole team of gold prospecting, metal detecting engineers designed that mode to put into the machine. And it feels like they just took one of the, like, a part of the gold monster and the part of the SDC 2300, they squished them together and they threw it into this machine somehow. That tiny little lightweight machine, and it's a very usable prospecting mode. So that is something that I really enjoyed. Number 1, here we go. This is going to be kind of a long one. Pull up a chair. Multi-IQ technology, the ability to use multiple frequencies simultaneously. And not only that, but these multiple frequencies are kind of differently batched throughout the modes. You operate on slightly different frequencies in parks and slightly different in fields, different in beach, prospecting. They are tailored to each one of those environments. So they took the time to think about what we're wanting to find, what frequencies find those, and like how deep are these items usually? Are they in mineralized ground? Are they in salt? And they tailored those frequencies for those modes, which is an outstanding thing to do. And the reason why multi-IQ technology and multiple frequencies simultaneously is so important is because if you look at the way that a metal detector operates, up until the multi-frequency technology, VLF was primarily the way that we detected it. It's very low frequency technology, and it's single frequency. The lower the frequency, the further into the ground it penetrates, and the better it reacts to high conductor targets like coppers, like silvers, but they have to be kind of bigger. On the other end of the spectrum, you have high frequency stuff that is super sensitive to small stuff and to low conductors like gold. And when I say conductors, I'm not talking about the way that they conduct electricity. I'm talking about the way that the machine facilitates conduction of eddy currents, which is how the actual detector works. If you want to know more about how that works and dive a little bit deeper into that, check out my book, The Metal Detecting Bible. I'll put a link in the description. It goes through all this stuff, and you'll have a better understanding of why you're choosing the frequencies to operate on that you do. And it's easy to read. So check out that link. I'll throw it down there. The reason why multiple frequencies are better than one is because when you have multiples, you can be operating on the lower spectrum and the higher frequency spectrum at the same time and everything in between. So you're getting the small kind of low conductors that are shallow. You're getting the deep high conductors that are big. You're getting everything in between at the same time. The Equinox also gives you the ability to select single frequencies. If you are in an area where you feel for some reason or another that one frequency at a time is what you want to use, or maybe you want to use a single frequency to double check the conductivity of the targets, we'll get into that on another video. That's a whole nother whoa. Anyway, it gives you the ability to pick whatever frequency. I totally lost my train of thought. It gives you the ability to pick a single frequency. In the past, the FBS, the full band spectrum multi-frequency machines, they kind of struggled on that light aerated kind of plowed field stuff, and single frequencies tend to penetrate that stuff a little bit better. I have not found that true with multi-IQ technology. I'm not sure how the signal is being delivered and processed, but I can tell you that it didn't have that problem that some of the CTX users were facing on the plowed fields. But if in the back of your mind you think that it does, you have the ability to click it over and use a single frequency if you want. And on the 800, you can use 5 kilohertz, 10, 15, 20, and 40. And I think on the 600, you have, I think you're missing 40 and 20. You have 5, 10, 15, I believe. So, the other thing that's really cool about the multi-IQ technology is the recovery speed. Recovery speed is the machine's ability to go from sounding on one target to sounding on another. And typically, the closer those two targets get to each other, the harder it is for the machine to process two different signals. This machine is so fast. I mean, okay, what's the little thing with the squiggly lines? The oscilloscope? That thing. If you hook the multi-IQ technology up to that machine and look at it, its waveforms on recovery speed, I guarantee you it's going to be the fastest machine in the world currently. I guarantee it. They don't lie. The oscilloscopes don't lie. Did I say it right? Oscilloscopes? So having that kind of speed in a multi-frequency machine is amazing, because in the past, when you think of multi-frequencies, you automatically had to give up your recovery speed. Well, we're gonna have to swing it slower now, because we're processing this whole band of frequencies, and that processor has to do its work, right? So we have to slow down. Not the case with the multi-IQ technology, and that is why MineLab Equinox is dominating in 2018. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you feel so inclined, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button, like, share with a friend, all that. We're going to be doing more tech reviews. If you're a company and you want a product reviewed, hit me up, send me a PM. I'll put my email address in the... I'll do that. Contest winner, Dr.Tones 24K hat. We're going with my favorite comment on the Facebook thread by John Muir. I'm sorry, I just slayed your last name, John. His comment was, I have a belly button. I thought that was hilarious. It was came out of left field. So John, you won a hat. I'll get in touch with you. And that's it, folks. If you're interested in purchasing any of the technology that we review in Talking Dirty with Dr. Tones, then I will put a link down below to my email, and I will tell you where you can find these products for the best price. It's usually through Treasure Mountain Detectors, whom I also work for. Thanks for watching. See you next time.